Welcome to Science Craft Channel. You want a sharper memory. Not someday, not eventually, but right now. Good. Here's the truth. Most people who complain about bad memory aren't actually suffering from anything mysterious. They're suffering from bad habits, constant distraction, and zero understanding of how the brain stores information. Today, you're getting techniques backed by science, not wishful thinking, not internet myths. Not productivity guru nonsense. If you apply these, your memory improves. If you don't, it stays garbage. Simple. Let's get into it. The first technique, eliminate cognitive junk load. Your brain isn't a storage problem, it's a bandwidth problem. Studies show that multitasking, constant notifications, and fragmented attention drop memory performance as much as being sleep-deprived. So if you've been blaming genetics, stop. The real issue is you're trying to remember things while drowning your working memory in nonsense. Do this immediately. Silence notifications for 90 minutes. Put your phone out of reach. Close every tab except the one you need. Stop jumping between tasks. You'll notice your recall improves before you learn anything new, simply because your brain finally has enough space to process. The second technique, spacing, the only memory trick that actually works. If you're trying to remember fast, you're probably doing it wrong already. Cramming doesn't work. Repeating something 20 times in one sitting is a waste of energy. The scientifically validated method is spaced repetition, revisiting information at increasing intervals. Your brain strengthens memory each time it almost forgets something. Not when you drill it non-stop. Here's a simple, fast memory version you can use today. 1 hour, 4 hours, 24 hours, 3 days, 1 week. This timing builds the strongest recall in the shortest window. Apps like Anki or even a simple notes app can force your brain into the spacing pattern your biology actually responds to. If you're not using spacing, you're basically fighting your brain instead of using it. The third technique, retrieval. Stop reviewing, start remembering. Most people study by staring at the same material over and over. That's not studying, that's passive reading. And passive reading builds weak memory. The scientific method that sticks is retrieval practice, forcing your brain to pull information out without looking at examples. Close the book and summarize out loud. Look at your notes. Close them, then rewrite what you remember. Test yourself instead of rereading. Retrieval strengthens memory because the brain treats it like a rehearsal. Reviewing is consumption. Retrieval is training. If you want memory that sticks fast, retrieval is non-negotiable. The fourth technique, the 2-minute visualization rule. Your brain stores information better when it connects to imagery. This isn't a productivity hack. It's how the hippocampus works. Humans evolved to remember landscapes, threats, objects, and faces, not bullet points on a screen. Here's the 2-minute rule. Every time you learn something new, spend 120 seconds building a mental picture for it. Examples: turning a name into a visual cue, turning instructions into a mini-story, turning data into an image or location. People who use visual encoding outperform normal learners by an absurd margin. This is why memory champions can recall hundreds of random items, not because they're gifted, but because they exploit visualization. If you're not doing this, you're leaving half your brain power unused. The fifth technique, sleep, the memory consolidation factory. You can't boost memory fast while trashing your sleep. Research is boringly consistent. Memory consolidation happens during deep sleep, especially stages N3 and REM. If you're sleeping 4 to 6 hours and wondering why your memory sucks, here's the answer. You're skipping the biological process that turns short-term recall into long-term storage. Fix these immediately. No screens 60 minutes before bed. Dark, cold room, consistent sleep time, no caffeine past midday. You don't need perfection, you just need to stop self-sabotaging. Want fast memory improvement? Sleep like someone who respects their brain. The sixth technique, aerobic movement, the memory booster nobody uses. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need weights, you just need movement. Aerobic exercise increases BDNF, the molecule that helps brain cells grow and form connections. More BDNF equals stronger memory formation. A 10 to 20-minute fast walk increases memory recall more than another hour of studying while fatigued. Here's the rule. If your brain feels slow, Move your body. Don't negotiate with yourself. Movement is memory fuel, is memory. The seventh technique, chunking, the shortcut to storing big information fast. Your brain can only hold around 4 pieces of info at once. This is why phone numbers are written in chunks. This is why remembering long lists is nearly impossible unless you group things. Whenever you want to remember something quickly, chunk the data. Example, instead of remembering 12 separate items, group them into 3 categories. Chunking reduces cognitive load so your working memory stops drowning. This is how high performers learn complex information without burning out. The 8th technique, eliminate trash inputs that destroy recall. You can't expect a sharp brain if you feed it garbage. Memory suffers when your inputs are chaotic. Excess sugar, constant snacking, being dehydrated, living on caffeine, chronic stress, doom scrolling every spare minute. You don't need perfection, but you do need discipline. If your habits wreck your focus, you're sabotaging every other technique. The fastest improvement usually comes from removing the problem, not adding a new trick. The 9th technique, teach it. The ultimate memory accelerator. If you really want memory to stick fast, teach the information, even if nobody's listening. Explaining something forces your brain to organize, structure, and connect information. This is the highest level of retrieval practice. The fastest learners in the world use this. The slowest learners avoid it because it feels uncomfortable. That's the difference. Final challenge. If your memory has been terrible, it's not because you're not smart. It's because you've been using your brain like someone who never learned how it works. Fix your environment. Fix your inputs. Use spacing. Use retrieval. Sleep properly. Use visualization. Move your body. Chunk information. Teach what you learn. These aren't tricks. They're biology. If you apply these consistently, your memory will improve. Not gradually, but noticeably. But if you keep doing what you've always done, don't expect anything to change.